It is necessary to discuss different possible cases in it. Based on that, क्योंकि wide variety of applications will be given in our competitive examinations, that too based on Doppler effect. Here, the general equation for this frequency f is equals to f into v plus or minus v naught by v plus or minus vs, where v is the velocity of sound, v naught is the velocity of the observer, and vs is the velocity of the source. So here, more generally, if the velocity of the wind, the medium velocity, if it is considered, then we need to consider the general expression where the velocity of the sound will be affected because of this wind. We need to take the effective value of these two velocities. That means v plus or minus vw, whether it is supporting or opposing, or we need to find out the effective velocity of it, and then plus or minus v naught by v plus or minus vw plus or minus vs. Here vw is taken as positive is taken when vw is supporting v, negative is taken when vw is opposing the velocity of sound. And here in this case, just like different possible cases, sound always propagates from source to observer here in this case. So based on the general expression, either they may move like this, Vs and V naught as a thing like this. Then f dash will be taken as simply f into V and V naught are opposite in sense, V and Vs are in same sense. So this is how this equation can be modified, just by considering that numerator value is the relative velocity between this sound and observer, V minus Vs, that means denominator is relative velocity between the source and the sound velocity, relative velocity of these two. Like this, we can modify that and we can just consider it as a general equation. Now, as another example here, source is revolving like this in this, and observer outside of it at some distance smaller. Suppose this radius is capital R if it is considered. Then here in this case, the angular velocity with which the source is revolving is omega. Then here in this case, observer will observe this sound frequency every time. Now the point is, when it is at a point like this, that it is tangential to this, at this instant, velocity v is equals to r omega, and this velocity of sound received by the observer, both will be exactly in opposite sense. And if we take another common tangent like this, perpendicular, so this will be v is equals to r omega, and this is the direction of the velocity of sound. Both are in same sense. So at these two positions, it will the observer will receive the maxima and minimum frequencies. So if you take the position at A, f A dash will be equals to f times, as v naught is 0, v by v plus vs, that means f into v by v plus r omega it becomes. And here in this case, at B position, if you take, it is f times v by v minus vs, that is f into v by v minus r omega will be the apparent frequency of it. Similarly, now Doppler effect in the case of sound, in sound waves if you consider, it is said to be asymmetric generally when source is approaching towards observer with the velocity v naught, then f dash is said to be equals to observer at rest here, then f dash is equals to f times v by v minus v naught, and when source at rest and observer is approaching with a velocity same as this source earlier, so that this is the velocity of sound. In this case, f dash is equals to f times v plus v naught by v. So these two frequencies will not be same. That's why this can be taken as f dash. And the measure of asymmetry if you take, that is f dash differ f double dash, that is f into v by v minus v naught minus v plus v naught by v like. So this is the difference of it you can take, and f times the denominator v minus v naught. This is v square minus v naught square, which is equals to f into v naught square by v into v minus v naught will be the measurement of asymmetry. Similarly, if you come across Doppler effect in the case of light, it is said to be symmetric. Here the velocity of light is large compared to the velocity of sound, and here in this case, when the celestial objects like stars and everything, they are moving with greater velocities, then there will be no much effect on the frequency received, whether it is source is approaching towards the observer or observer is approaching towards the source. So in such a cases, it is a change in the frequency will be same in both the cases. So it is considered to be symmetric in the case of light. So here delta nu by nu or delta f by f, whatever we will say generally, will be equals to delta lambda by lambda will take. So here this is the general expression for us given, but here based on the relativistic mechanics, if you verify this Doppler effect, this apparent frequency received when the source and observer both are approaching towards each other, velocity of light is taken as a c in this case. So in such a case, we cannot, in the reference of earth like if you consider, it is always approaching like whether it is moving or not. So this f dash is equals to f dash times, here in this case, there is no much effect or relative velocity of it of light can be ignored in this case. So here this value of it is equals to c plus v upon c minus v, where here in this case this velocity of this one is taken as a v relative to that source. That means source appears to be taken as rest and observer is approaching towards that source. So this c plus v upon c minus v will be the received frequency by the observer. Suppose they are receding away, that means object is moving away, observer is moving away, then apparent frequency is taken to be equals to root over c minus v upon c plus v. So this values, in the view of this relative concept it is, that's why whether they are approaching or receding away, this is the only two cases we will consider. No other possible cases to be discussed in this case. On Doppler effect, it is a very beautiful example given for us. Rocket is moving at a speed of 200 meters per second. So this velocity of the rocket is taken to be 200 meters per second. And here it is approaching towards a stationary target like radar, which is trying to destroy it, of course it may be. It emits a wave of frequency of 1000 Hz. So here in this case, the frequency of that emitted one is 1000 Hz, which is emitted by this one to detect it. Now this sound is reflected back and again received by the observer. That means rocket again it is receiving that reflected sound as an echo. So the second part of this one, the frequency of the echo as detected by the rocket. So here in this case, this reflected back frequency, which is 2540 Hz, will act like a source for us, and rocket behaves like an observer here. So now this frequency of a received one by the rocket, in this case f dash is equals to f into simply 1 plus v naught by v, where v naught is the velocity of this observer now, because this one behaves like an observer. So f dash is equals to 1000 times 1 plus 200 by 330, since this is at rest, only reflected frequency. So here in this case, this will not be f will not be equals to 3000 it would be 2540 Hz. So 2540 times simply 530 by 330, that is f dash, is nearly equals to 4080 kHz. A sonar system is fixed in a submarine, operates at a frequency of 40 kHz. An enemy submarine moves towards the sonar with a speed of 360 km per hour. What is the frequency of the sound reflected by the enemy submarine? The speed of the sound in water is taken as 1450 meters per second. So here just submarine like it is just moving, and here in this case it's a fixed submarine, and from this sonar it is operating, sound is generated and it is reflected back. So this reflecting back frequency is to be calculated. So whatever it is receiving, the same frequency will be reflected back, as this is the observer and which is moving with V0. This is the velocity of sound which is traveling with velocity V, whereas this source Vs is at a rest, like it is given as fixed. So that here in this case this f dash will be equals to f times relative velocity of V and V0, as they are in opposite sense. You can say it is V plus V0 upon V and Vs relative velocity, which is V itself. So here in this case f dash is equals to 40 kHz times V plus V0, that is 1450 plus velocity of it is 360 kmph it is given. That means the speed of it is V0 is equals to 360 kmph into 5 by 18 will be converted into meters per second. So it is 20. So it is 100 meters per second it becomes. So the value will be 1450 plus 100 by 1450. So that this value of it is equals to 40 into 1550 by 1450 it is. So it is now 0 cancel, 155 by 145. If we verify it, this value is nearly 42.75 kHz. So initial frequency received is 40 kHz, it is generated. So received frequency due to relative motion it is 42.75. That is the reflected frequency. So here these are the reasons where we need to focus stationary wave formation and string. These are the 5 to 6 blocks most of the cases they are trying to touch in competitive examinations. So let us go through few previous main based questions so that you will get an idea how the questioning will be there on the topics we discussed. So let us see one of the previous problem in an order manner. String of length L is given is equals to 60 centimeters or 60 into 10 power minus 2. Let us convert them into SI system. Mass M is equals to 6 grams, 6 into 10 power minus 3 kg. Area of cross section 1 mm square, that is 10 power minus 6 meter square, and the velocity of the wave is given as 90 meters per second, and Young's modulus is 1.6 into 10 power 11 Newton per meter square. If you identify the data given like this, you can understand there are two topics involved in it. One is wave velocity, root over T by mu implies tension T is equals to mu v square, and the second one is all about Young's modulus of it, stress by strain of it implies we need delta L here. So here delta L is equals to tension T multiplied by length L by area of cross section into Young's modulus. So therefore delta L is equals to, substituting this here, mu v square L by Ay upon substitution of all the values in it, simply mu values into L, mass per unit length multiplied by L gives the mass of it, which is 6 into 10 power minus 3, velocity square 90 into 90 by area of cross section 10 power minus 6 into Young's modulus of it is 1.6 into 10 to the power of 11. So answer will be around 0.3 mm. So another example on the wave pulse. It is traveling along a non-uniform wire of length L, 10 meters. Mu value varying like this, mu naught is equals to this much. And the tension is 100 newtons. And the pulse is traveling from lighter end to heavier end. Then what will be the, find the time taken. What will be the time taken is the question. So here the velocity v is equals to root over t by mu, which implies dx by dt is equals to root over 100 by m naught plus alpha x. So here rearranging the variables which are like on the same side, we will get dx multiplied by root over m naught plus alpha x divided by 10 is equals to dt. So here our intention is to find dt, time in time interval. So dt is equals to, I will just rewrite this, m naught plus alpha x divided by 10 into dx on integration between the limits. X value is varying from length 0 to 10 in the time interval 0 to t. So upon integration, you will get t is equals to 1 by 10 multiplied by 3 by 2 times on integration of this. For this, m naught plus alpha x power 3 by 2 divided by alpha running from x is equals to 0 to 10. So here in this case, if you cancel this and rearranging it, 1 by 15 alpha times m naught plus alpha x power 3 by 2 running from 0 to 10 will be the time taken. So here now this mathematically we can just extend this 1 by 15 alpha times m naught value is given as 10 power minus 2 plus alpha value is 9 into 10 power minus 3 into 10 power 3 by 2 minus 10 power minus 2 power 3 by 2. So which gives 0.23 seconds. Next problem, a string of mass per unit length, mu value given as 6 into 10 power minus 3 kg per meter cube is fixed at both ends. So this word is important for us. Under the tension T, 540 newtons, the string is in resonance with the consecutive frequencies one by one. Next one, 420 Hz, 490 Hz. Then find the length of the string. That is the question. So here mu given and then tension T given for us. Consecutive frequencies 420, 490. And then here this is fixed at both ends, means the frequencies are simply in the ratio of 1:2, 2:3, 3:2 and so on. So here these two will be in the ratio of like this, so that the difference between these two will be so 2f, 3f and so on, so that the delta of any two frequencies is equals to something like fundamental frequency of it, which is equals to 490 minus 420. This is 70 Hz is the fundamental frequency. Therefore, the fundamental frequency of the string fixed at both the ends is given by 1 by 12 into root over 2 by mu. So 70 is equals to 1 by 2 into L is to be calculated 540 by 6 into 10 power minus 3 is the value of it. Upon calculation, making L as a subject, you will get value 2.14 meters. So another example based on stationary waves, which is previous JEE main. A string is clamped at both the ends and it is vibrating in its fourth harmonic. The equation of the stationary wave is given as 0.3 sine kx cos omega t. The length of the string is, that is the question. All the quantities are given in SS system, so there is no any problem for us. Now here, this k value is equals to 2 pi by lambda is equals to 0.157. So by using your common sense, you can get that it is somehow related to pi value 3.14, is it? So you can take this one as 2 pi by lambda is equals to this one as 3.14 upon 20. One more decimal has to do. So that 2 cancels and you will get 0.157. So that is just a mathematical common sense. So this will be the value so that you can get lambda value from this. And here it is given, it is fourth harmonic. Both ends are fixed and it is vibrating in fourth harmonic. Then you will get it a reflected wave and roughly 4 loops will be formed. So length L value will be equals to 2 lambda. So length L is equals to 2 times. From this, lambda value is equals to 40 pi by 3.14. Pi cancel, 80 meters is the length. Coming to longitudinal waves based. Here, one problem on orgone pipes. That previous problem it is also changed. Here in this case, open orgone pipe, length 1 meter, in which the gas density is twice the density of the atmosphere air. Then find the difference between fundamental and second harmonic. So between second harmonic. So here velocity of sound is 300 meters per second given. Then velocity of sound in that pipe is not given. You should remember that. So velocity is proportional to 1 by root rho. So velocity of the gas in pipe by velocity of sound in air, velocity of sound in gas in the pipe by air, it will become equals to root over rho of air by rho of gas will be 1 by root 2. Coming to difference in the frequencies, second harmonic, fundamental frequencies. In open orgone pipe, V is equals to, frequency is equals to PV by 2L, where P stands for harmonic. So successive we are asking means, here it becomes V by 2L, that 2 in the gas it is. So which is equals to air by root 2 into 2L. Upon substitution of this, delta F is equals to 300 by root 2 into 2 into 1. By taking root 2 value 1.414, you will get 105.75. No sir, 1.41 only we have taken. It is 106.05. Like this we will get in H. A small speaker delivers 2 watts of audio. At what distance from that speaker will one detect 120 decibel intensity? That is the question. So here in this case, we know that decibel intensity, I value is, I naught value is 10 power minus 12. I value is to be calculated. We know that in decibels, value is equals to 10 log base 10 I by naught. So here 120 is equals to 10 log base 10 I by 10 power minus 12. On calculation, this I value is equals to 1 watt per meter square. We know that intensity at this distance from a point source, at this distance of r, P by 4 pi r square. So r square is equals to 2 by 4 pi into 1, since P value is 2, I value is 1. R is equals to under root of 2 by 4 pi, nearly equals to 0.399 meters. are roughly 40 centimeters or 39.9 centimeters. We can take 40 centimeters. So based on beats and Doppler effect, if we come across two sources S1 and S2 produce sound waves, so a listener is moving from S1 to S2 and these two sources producing sound at frequency 660 Hz. So the listener is hearing 10 beats per second. If the velocity of sound is 330 meters per second, what will be the velocity of a listener? That is the question. So here, if source S1, S2 taken, S1 to S2, listener is moving or observer is moving with some velocity u. Sound is traveling from sources to observer. So frequency received by observer, frequency received by observer with the sound is generated by the source S1 if you consider n into, these two are in same sense, V minus U by V. Regarding the sound received from the source S2, it becomes n into V plus U by V. Number of beats N1 diff or N2. If you consider the difference of these two, this VV cancel. So N into 2U upon V it becomes. N value is given as 660 H twice into U upon V value is 330 is equals to 10 beats per second. So U value will be 2.5 meters per second. So this is all about wave motion and we discussed a few problems based on previous JEE mains. So thank you very much to all of you for giving me this kind of opportunity and I'm very much grateful to Narayana Institutions and our beloved chairman Narayan Garu and our directors Sindhu and Sharini Madam and our respective Dean Sir Mr. Ashok Garu, and thank you very much students. Hope these TV classes will be useful to you to understand the basic core of the subject, the fundamentals given in NCERT, and I wish you all the best for your future endeavors like JEE mains and advanced.